Good afternoon, Laura. It's Wednesday. I did want to tell you about the edits that I made to my Halloween costume. So, I bought a flower crown off Etsy, and the lady's really nice, and it should get here by Halloween, and it's gonna look so awesome. And I also might add a belt to my costume with my paintbrush and my pan, and then I could, carry them around all day, and it'll be so great. Since I don't have much to tell you, I thought I would do an impromptu review of The Body Electric. The Body Electric is by Beth Revis, and it's awesome, and you should totally read it. I'm going to give a spoiler-free review first, and then there's going to be a flashing sign that says spoilers, and then don't watch after that if you haven't read the book. I give this book 5 out of 5 stars because it's awesome and amazing, and I love it so much. Her characters are awesome and relatable and great and emotional, and Beth, you're amazing. Overall, the book was really good because the characters were incredibly well written, the plot made sense, and it was in the same universe as her other 3 books, which made me very happy because I did always wonder all along what was happening back on Earth while Amy and Elder were getting up to shenanigans. It makes sense for the time frame that it's in. It's an incredibly awesome sci-fi novel that's pretty much just science fiction. It's hardcore science fiction. It's amazing, and I love it. I really loved Ella's character. She reminded me a lot of Allura. One of my favorite parts of Ella's character was when Jack was like, "Oh, I love you so much. I can't blah blah blah," and then he kisses her, and she's like, "What the hell are you doing? Stop!" And I was like, "Ew," because it didn't trigger her memories or anything, so she wasn't like, "What?" She acted how a normal person would react, although often in that situation when that happens in other science fiction novels and movies and all that crap, the girl's just like, all the characters were incredibly well written. Even the side characters, like Javier and Juliet, they were so, awesome. She does something similar with, the Vulcan mind melds with the reveries, which I really liked. And I know that probably doesn't actually make any scientific sense. I don't know that much about the brain, so I have no idea. But it's a concept that's been talked about before, so it's got, a kind of science fiction definition. Oh my gosh, though, the bees, I totally didn't call the bees. I had no idea what was going on with the bees until the end. She's like, "You are the queen bee." It was so good. So realistic while being science fiction. And it was awesome. And the bad guy was so in depth that I didn't see it coming. I was like, what? I had no idea who the bad guy was. Well, I originally thought it was the president person, but then I was like, yeah, but that's really cliche, you know? And then she was being controlled too, and it was like, what? It was great. I also liked how the audience knows more than Ella. It was always Ella and the audience are on the same page, so I was really confused for most of the book because Ella was really confused for most of the book. So, anyways, Beth, you're awesome. Laura, I will see you on Monday. Ta-ta! Also, Beth, have multiple high fives for being such a big Firefly nerd.